right?
Mhm.
Question, or the title of the stream rather. I'm
Mhm.
gonna ask you. Everybody's seeing like the I think the original iteration is like gay son thought daughter.
It's our
Who
daughter,
gives a fuck
yeah.
about that shit, bro? It literally doesn't
Mhm.
matter. Roll some dice, right? The next one was power scaling son versus shipping daughter. Creams isn't equipped to have that conversation with me. We're not really working on even playing fields there, so I'm gonna put them to the
Mhm.
side. The question that I want to ask you guys here, the question I want you guys to think about is heavenly restriction son, sorcerer daughter,
Okay.
open.
I got immediate questions.
Talk to me.
What clan are they born into? Or are we just talking like off the street?
What clan is fucking crazy? Rolling the dice, bro. It's just
Okay.
they're just a sorcerer.
Okay, second question.
Mm.
The type of heavenly restriction. Is it a Mechamaru one or like a
We're
Zenin
going.
one?
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Nobody be thinking about Mekamaru when we talk about heavenly restrictions. That nigga got his shit off Timu. We're talking about like the Toji Maki variety. I'm not
Okay,
necessarily
okay,
saying it's
okay, okay.
complete, but I am saying it's their variety for sure. They
Okay.
can be what they
All
want to
right.
be. Holy woke answer. Stand up for yourself.
Okay. I think off the street, heavenly restriction son. If I'm part of the three clans, you gotta have a sorcerer daughter. Here's my thinking, right?
Okay.
The cutoff for sorcerer daughter is also like levels of sorcery notwithstanding, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
now that we've established that, what level of sorcerer, like what grade sorcerer?
Let's just call them. Let's say they're a non tier sorcerer. They're competent in this era. They might be
That's a grade
godlike.
one.
Yeah, a grade one.
Yeah, bro. Not even might solo that guy. Holy fuck.
They just walking
Whatever,
out.
right?
Okay, yeah, continue.
Bro, him and Haruta gonna go like protracted fight. Like,
Yeah.
um, so fucking grade one sorcerer daughter. It's not a bad way to go. That's not a bad way to go.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because this is a question that I think you're immediately jumping into, and I think you're coming at it from like a strength perspective primarily. Let me ask you
And I'm
this,
thinking
right?
of it from like a social thing, right?
Okay.
Because if it's a Zenning clan situation, right, bro, they abuse Toji like with or without a dick. Like they just don't fuck with heavenly restrictions more than they don't fuck with women. So like Maki kind of had that double whammy
Uh
that
huh.
like put on her,
Mm-hmm.
but like they definitely prefer some kind of sorcery over heavenly restriction,
For
like
sure.
outright.
Uh huh.
So if we're talking about like three main clans, you got a better shot at
So
survival
let's go three
if
main
you're
clans, right? So you're
okay.
saying, like you think the obviously it's intersectional within jujutsu, right? So
Yeah.
tiering it is actually antithetical to the idea, but we're gonna tier it anyway,
Mm,
right? So
okay.
you think on the tier of prejudice, it goes like heavenly restrictions first,
First,
misogyny
yeah.
second.
Second, yeah. Like heavily restriction users don't even get classified as like people. You know what I mean? Like they don't even consider like even when Giga was talking about
Do the
like
women?
what kind of threat.
I'm at
Yes.
I'm like source. You know
Like
what I
like
mean? Like follow me.
like okay, Nobara, Mei,
Three main clan.
like the hmm?
Three main clan. Those are randoms. Those are nobodies, right?
Oh, in the main
Yeah,
clan. Okay,
I'm
fair.
saying both are main clans. I'm saying like bro. Okay, for
The thing
example,
is like
now you heard that Maki got burned to a crisp. Was like, fuck, dude, she was so hot. That was
cousin,
it.
by the way.
I know.
Like,
That's what he was saying.
yeah.
He was like, fuck, dude, her only good feature.
Okay, that's fair. But she also had that heavenly restriction. Like the problem is, right? The only female heavenly restriction descendant of the three main clans, female descendant of the three main clans we saw was fucking Mai.
Uh huh.
Like she was the only sorcerer.
Yeah, and she was like a
So like
servant, I think,
yeah,
until. Mm,
and they basically like. But the thing is, they also had a triple nerf because like they were twins,
mm-hmm.
which is like heavenly restriction twins female seem to be like the scale, at least for the Zenin clan, right? If we're talking like for Jujutsu proper, you could argue like heavenly restriction isn't like looked upon favorably, but at the very least,
Let me let me provide a counter
like
argument, right?
okay,
Naoya's never respected a woman on screen. He respected
yeah,
Toji. You feel
yes,
me? Misogyny
but that
might
was a
rank
weird,
higher.
take. Like Naoya is just a weirdo. Like
But
he
like
disagreed with the clan about Toji,
I mean,
but like
he disagreed that like Toji was particularly pathetic. But like, okay,
yeah,
think about it like this, right? Ogi sees Toji and he's like, "Oh my fucking god, it's over." Now Obito sees Toji and he's like, "That's it, I'm cooked. I don't know why you're still alive, but it's over." Ogi, like, Ogi
But
looked
they
at
still
Maki and threw her in a fucking and Mai and threw them in a pit, which was like, "Fuck you, dude." Like
yeah,
Toji
I mean,
didn't have Toji made he didn't have like respect and common decency, but there was like like there is something resembling like a healthy.
it's a fear. It's just fear.
Naobito did a
Like
Naobito made a deal with Toji, right? He's like, "Hey, I'll sell
yeah,
you my son."
because he knew Toji could have killed him. Like the thing is, right? Just because they had a fear of Toji doesn't mean they had a respect of Toji. Like if you think about it, okay, imagine you're a higher up of the Zenin clan, right? This like let me explain the perspective, just
Uh-huh.
so like just follow my logic here, right?
Mhm.
Okay, Toji, not a twin, male, right?
Mhm.
Heavenly restriction.
Mhm.
That's only like one real nerf, but also like he has a full heavenly restriction. He's
Mhm.
moving crazy.
Mhm.
So like there's no awakening for him to have at some point puberty hits or whatever the fuck the moment is, and like, oh, he could kill all of us, right? So you stop like you kind of like excommunicate him a little bit, but you also kind of know you also have the knowledge that like if you antagonize him, you're all dead, right? So it doesn't change like how he ranks in your like system, but it does make you have like a sense of self preservation with like how you conduct yourself with him, right? So you're not like, oh, that's family, but you are like you're not gonna like spit at his feet, right? Then you have like Maki and Mai, right?
Mhm.
Twins. Immediately off to a bad start.
Mhm.
Women off to a worse. Like you're continuing the trend. Like if you're a member of if you're a higher up of the Zen clan, this is like how you kind of like it comes in, right?
Mhm.
Heavenly restriction, low cursed energy. Like you're like, oh fuck, what the fuck is this? I can't be the next head of the Zen clan with these kids, because if you take a look at how the three Zen clan brothers like had their kids,
Mhm.
the ranking system like kind of explains itself. Like Toji could never be a contender because of his heavenly restriction.
Mhm.
Mai and Maki couldn't because they're twins, like because of all the shit that I just listed, right? So
Mhm.
that leaves Naoya,
Mhm.
right? Toji could like rip him in two
Mhm.
whenever he wanted, right? So it's not solely strength based,
Mhm.
but um he's whether or not he's like him being a man has anything to do with it is like it's hard to say. But like the only threat to Naoya was Megumi for
Mhm.
having the technique.
The technique,
So
dude. Yeah.
yeah. So that tells me that at the very least what they favor the most is the technique, like the curse technique, the curse energy, then gender, right? Because I have a feeling if it was a woman with the 10 shadows,
I don't think so. A woman
no,
with the 10 shadows is getting assassinated, bro. I'll be dead ass. So I think that in terms of making a clan head, they value technique a lot, right? Megumi's
okay,
also just like a grade one level person anyway. It's not really like the
yeah,
gap is astronomical
mm-hmm.
for one. But I will say I think that they value curse techniques in terms of making the head that high, but I think in terms of basic prejudice, you don't see a woman combatant in the Zenin clan that is there outside of Maki, who forced her way out, and Mai,
Mm-hmm.
who was made a combatant as a punishment to Maki, right?
Yeah.
Everybody else, they're
So you
they're.
think they kill like
I'm not
you
saying that they kill. I'm saying it's like it's so ingrained that it is like no, dude, you don't fight, you don't do that, you don't
mm,
the like guy shitty technique, guy no technique, guy no curse energy, woman any of those things, where's my sandwich? That's how I think the framing is. Like I think that there's
mm.
it's a non-starter fucking it's like
It,
it doesn't really matter what you can do, motherfucker. Like
see,
10.
but but like at the very least, right? Like that's just the Zen and clan thing at the end of the day, right? Like Maki was still able to generally leave, right? So I think if you're a woman with like the 10 shadows, like assuming you're not assassinated at birth or whatever, right? Okay, fine, the Zen clan isn't gonna fuck with you, fuck them, right? But if you're somebody who has like a heavenly restriction, you're not you're not a person in Jujutsu society. They
I
don't like
I'm saying I don't think that they view women like I'm saying not letting someone be as okay. Maki gets out because now Obito's like, dude, I think it'd be so funny to see you get yourself killed, dude. It's gonna be so drinking. It's gonna be so fucking sick, bro. A grade 3 curse is gonna fry your shit, gang. It wasn't really like a serious fucking. It's not even like. I think, I'm generally trying to remember because this might be misogyny pilled, right? I'm trying to think of Mai is made a sorcerer due to punishment, right? For
Hmm.
Maki. Maki is made a sorcerer out of amusement, right? Like I'm fuck this. Okay, what you're talking about like being viewed as people within the sorcerer world. What women
Hmm.
sorcerers are the Zenin clan producing? And it's like none.
Which is which is
They're all just chefing
Zen.
it
No,
up, bro. They're
yeah.
wiping floors and shit. And I'm like, that to me, it's like
The thing, like for me, they at least equalize because with when Toji was born, like presumably, didn't get confirmed that like the scar he has on his lip was because of their abuse and shit,
it was
and
because
like he was put he was put
he
in
got
there, yeah.
slapped up by a curse, yeah.
Yeah, and he was also put in. Yeah, he was put in the fucking the place where Ogi put Maki and Mai,
Torture
right?
chamber, yeah, yes sir.
At like 5, right? But
Mm.
like fundamentally, right? Like whether like my perspective is okay. If you're a female sorcerer or you're like or you're a heavily restricted guy, in the Zen clan's eyes, you're kind of the same level of like you're in the same level of class,
Mm-hmm.
right? Any like the bare minimum for them to like treat you as like a person is just male and a sorcerer, right? I don't think it's either or. Just like I don't think like Toji isn't getting a break because he's a guy. His heavenly restriction is what is like the thing that's it's a non-starter for him as well. In the same way, Maki and Mai, twins and like women, I think it's the same for having a heavenly restriction outright. Like I think it's the same fucking. You're at the same starting line for them. Like I don't think they tear it off because I don't think there's a point in tearing it off. Like you're worthless, right? Like you
So like how
you don't
worth
have any
it
political.
you can't so like the so okay, so the idea that they're equally worth, like it's like how can you
Yeah,
get more worthless than worthless? You have
exactly. Yeah,
nothing.
they're both at 0. That's
Okay.
that's kind of my thing. Yeah,
Okay,
because like
so if they're even
yeah,
status wise, right? So if you're a woman, you're
yeah,
cooked. If you have heavenly restriction, you're cooked.
yeah,
Even slate. What's the
yeah.
reason for sorcerer daughter? Talk to me.
Okay. The reason for sorcerer daughter is theoretically if they have some kind of okay technique and they're not a twin,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can grant like there is a chance to like give them that amusing sorcerer title and have them just like fuck off from the Zenin clan, right? But at the very least, they'll the Zen clan don't got shit techniques otherwise. Like even if you give them like Ogi's technique or the big hand ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's still a competent fucking technique within like the grander like curse user world, right? Like that's at least a grade 2 sorcerer, like minimum,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like I think like that's
But what if you're Momo,
that's
bro? Like, okay,
I guess
my thought process is
okay,
this:
okay,
a
fine.
heavenly
So
restriction, incomplete or complete, will have a higher floor. You can't fall below a certain level. Like, it's like you come out the womb and you're just like,
not
I
a twin.
not a
Yeah,
twin. Right? It doesn't matter.
yeah,
Maki was a twin, and she
yeah.
still came out the womb kind of like on some like level of I just gotta work out. I don't have to like
Mm-hmm.
I've already fucked up my lottery in terms of luck, right? I don't have a technique, I don't have curse energy. It's cooked for me. So even if we presume the worst case scenario for heavenly restriction sun, it's I come out the womb, I have an incomplete heavenly restriction. I think push-ups, sit-ups, and drinking plenty of milk is an easier prerequisite than like God, please give me an adequate amount of cursed energy and a technique that's not ass.
My whole thing is like, okay, they'll at least have a place in like the rest of Jujutsu society. Like, okay, the Zen clan are pricks, right? But generally speaking, like the rest of like Jujutsu society is like there's more shit outside of them. So if you have a sorcerer daughter, at the very least, like there is like still kind of a community there, right? But if you're somebody with a straight up heavenly restriction, I feel like you got your shit cut out for you. Like,
But I mean, from that perspective though, like based on okay, who's checking Maki at Jujutsu High? You know what I mean? Yuji, Megami, Nobara, Panda, Inamaki, Yuta, they're all accepting of her. Like, when you take it outside of the clan, motherfuckers aren't really gonna check you on shit. It's just kind of like you're just I'm just clocking in. Like I'm just doing my job. If you can you get it done or
But like
not?
they still sabotage her and like fuck with her career, right? I'm saying
Yeah,
like
and I think that'll happen if you're. What I'm saying is, I think that assuming we have the baseline of similar levels of prejudice, that's going to happen regardless. All I'm saying is there is an element of extra chance because your curse technique could be fucking. Let me think. Your
wait,
curse
no, I
technique
guess
could
like okay,
claws.
technically, like I know you don't want to include Mekamaru, right? But they're
Mm-hmm.
willing to include Mekamaru and Maki like among the students, right?
Mm-hmm.
So theoretically, like the school at the very least doesn't really care
Yeah.
about like who it is, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you're arguing it from a place of survival
Mm-hmm.
or like offense with the Heavenly Restriction Sun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of arguing from like a like living as, right? Like I think it'd be slightly easier to live, like because like getting away from the Zen clan is kind of like in either case, it's kind of a prerequisite, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
if you have like we established, it's the same basic starting line. So you can't stay in the Zen clan, otherwise you're either going to be fucking abused every day
Or
or fucking
kids.
excommunicated
Yeah.
or killed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like assuming they don't just kill you outright, right? It's just for the
Mm-hmm.
sake of the hypothetical. Then let's say at the very least they're both getting excommunicated. What do they have waiting for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I personally think when it comes to the higher ups, they're just going to have a bigger stick up their ass generally over a heavenly restriction son than they will just like a regular sorcerer daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like the Zenin clan's misogyny seems to be like a particularly strong behavior of the Zenin clan, right? Like,
But Momo has that whole speech about like, dude, just like what is a sorcerer like a
mm,
female sorcerer's job, right? It's to do everything a male sorcerer does, but be perfect doing it or some shit. And it's like it kind of just sounds like the fucking. It kind of just sounds like the same shit. They just
mm,
not. They just. She just doesn't live with the motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Um,
mm.
it's like it seems to be. Um, hold
Like I think it's
on.
slightly more bearable. Is all I'm saying both would be ass if you're a member of the Zenin clan. I'm just saying like if you're a sorcerer daughter, you at the very least don't have like an additional prejudice to like specific like hyper specific prejudice to deal with because like the heavenly restriction shit like bro they talk about the way they talk about Toji is like a gorilla that can like fucking read like it's so weird like you know what I mean
Like a gorilla that can read. But who talks about him though? You know what
like
I
okay
mean? Like they just let that nigga move freely because he kind of has aura. So like that's here's the thing. I'm already presuming that my heavenly restriction son is incomplete. If he's complete, say something to him, please. Please check Toji Junior. Please check my little boy that can bench press an 18 wheeler. I'm begging you. You know what I mean?
right to his face bro
Yeah,
like
but
if you don't have blue eyes and the infinity bro shut the
bro, I'm
fuck
not
up
really worried about it. Well, hold on. If you have forearms as well, let's solve
yeah
let's solve
okay.
the peacefully. But if you're
Yeah
not two
or if
kinds of
yeah
if you're
or
not
if your
two
grandpa Yuta who could
and
solo him
and honestly, even still, like nigga, we can
just
box
like he did
about it.
Sukuna.
Like we can box it. Like if I'm heavenly restriction son, right, and you just talking to
Mm-hmm.
me crazy, I'm not gonna say I got this easy. We can box about it though. Like that's you're
Mm-hmm.
not gonna talk to me like I'm some fucking regular degular bum. And
Yeah, I
anybody
mean,
below that tier, like Hikari and below, fuck you, right? Like what are you gonna do to
okay,
me?
like, like I, like I, it's like a 5% difference to me because
Yeah.
like fundamentally, it's like I always just foresaw it as like having an additional fucking eye roll or some shit to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Because like again, heavenly like you're just treated weird.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you have like the zero cursed energy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so like yeah, I mean honestly, it's a coin toss. Like
That's
more
fair.
free, like okay, you know what it is. You know what it is actually. Let me clarify like the biggest like difference in that 5%.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to fuck off Toji style,
Yeah. Yeah.
Heavenly Nutrition Sun. If they
Mm-hmm.
want to stay in Jujutsu Society and live like outside the Zenin clan as like an outcast or whatever the fuck, I think Sorcerer Daughter. It depends on like where you want their life path to go.
Okay.
Like I think it'll be easier for Heavenly Restriction Sun to live on the outside world,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it'll be easier for a Sorcerer Daughter to live within the Sorcerer community. That's the difference for me.
Okay. Fair. I can accept that. I can accept that. I can accept that.
Mhm.
Let's
Okay,
see.
now the Kamo clan. I don't think it fucking matters.
Dude, who gives a fuck what the Kamo clan thinks, bro? They're all full
I don't
of
think it
fucking
fucking
losers. And dude, I'm gonna be born out the womb.
one technique, by the
Come
way.
on, bro. Blood
One technique,
manipulation,
by
blood manipulation, blood manipulation, and blood
no
manipulation.
domain.
And by the
No, no
way,
domain.
and by the way, their blood manipulation is like I respect Kamo for the dog he showed in the Naya fight a little bit. A lot of it actually,
Mm-hmm.
I do respect that. But like in terms of like
Chos
technique,
Choso put out a better
but
showing,
that's what I mean. Choso's not a Kamo
but
member,
he's not a
bro.
Kamo. Yeah, it's like Choso could do, Yuji could do that. Kamo can't do that.
Yeah.
um, yeah. So like, let's doesn't matter for the Kamo
Gojo
clan,
clan.
honestly.
Honestly, bro, yeah, no. You gotta roll the dice on
Ooh,
being good. You
Jesus.
gotta roll the dice on being a
You
sorcerer, my boy.
gotta,
You just have to.
you gotta,
You just
yeah,
have to, bro.
bro. Even if you get jack shit, that's the Gojo clan. Like, bro. Okay, here's the thing, right? Three things can go right for you. Only one thing can go wrong. No infinity, no six eyes, no Gojo. If you're born with no powers, right, but you still live in this, but you're like born with Gojo leading your clan, me, 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 me. Like,
Yeah,
bro, you're on a beach.
you got
Like,
that big bro. And then all Gojo died. Yuta took over though. All right, I'm sure I'm still fine.
like,
Yeah,
bro, I'm not leaving the fucking. You think I'm going back to Japan? Ha! Ha! Fuck that, bro. That's him, man. That's our clan leader. Get that, big bro.
yeah.
And then, worst case scenario, you do get Gojo's powers. Oh well, guess I'm the
Oh.
strongest. Like,
Do
fuck.
you think? Yo, question. Do you think you could? Because the six eyes aren't a sorcerer related. It's just a biological trait. Do you
Yeah.
think you can get those as like a heavenly restriction? Like obviously, in terms of DNA splicing, infinitesimally small chance. But like, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to, right? It's not cursed energy related. It's just like it's like being born with this blue eyes. No, it's just some gene shit.
I'll be honest with you. I think like the all that it does is just give Maki the ability to not wear glasses and see Chris. Like I think it just
Yeah, because
you just see Chris.
and even with the complete heavenly restriction, it don't really mean much. Because like, oh, the extra sensory shit, bro, motherfucker, I'm the one
I already
dodging
had that.
synchronous slashes,
Yeah.
not the six eyes, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, that's fair.
You got the most evil motherfucker in existence coming after your baby.
I got that though, and also,
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
by the way, most evil motherfucker. A man trying to buy like fucking horse race tickets. Like, can we stop the demonification of Toji? He killed like
I
two
think they mean
kids.
Kenjaku. Because
Oh,
like didn't Kenjaku like wasn't he hunting like six
Oh,
eyes?
yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's fair. Okay, I definitely thought we were talking about Toji. I was like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Toji was like a mercenary. He killed like 1.5 kids. That's not really that big of a
Yeah.
deal.
Like oh well, like
Yeah.
even if I have a heavenly restriction,
And Kajaku didn't do much about it when Gojo was
yeah.
born. Like he didn't. Oh my god, bro. And he's like, oh fuck, he's a kid. I can't pull up, bro. What? Yeah.
Oh, dude, like that. Like you think the second the sperm hit the egg, he was like, I gave him my best effort. I just gotta wait this one out. 80 years, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, dude.
Like I think like if we're talking about off the street though, no major like three clans, right? Off the street, heavenly restriction sun every day of the
Every
week.
single fucking
Every
time.
day.
Every single
Yeah,
time.
every single fucking time. Right? Like honestly, yeah, man. I think heavenly restriction sun, aside from like the Gojo and Zenin clans, is a pretty easy fucking question like
Yeah.
choice to make.
It just has
Um
it has such a better floor in my opinion. Like I don't know,
yeah.
there's something so dope about being like, dude, you have to refine your curse technique, motherfucker. Strong push up, pull up,
Yeah.
sit up.
And it's like it's funny too, because like even if you don't like awaken or whatever the fuck, you're at least like as strong as Yuji was, if not a little bit stronger. And like that dude is that's Yuji, bro.
What? Why did Uncle Yuji have claws? Listen, the Sukuna fight got real dangerous. we had to get active. We had no choice. Yeah, no. Yeah, Kenjaku dropping a special grade at my front door. I'm not gonna lie to you, that thing's getting cooked Chakaba style, bro. Hitting everything with the car.
Holy fuck,
You to
man.
help, like, bro. Lock in.
I will say though, Sorcerer daughter,
Mhm.
if you want to, if you're a gambling man, unshout out Akari, I guess. But the two sorcerers I know that are not part of the major three clans, but or three sorcerers that I know that aren't part of the major clans but are special grade
Mm-hmm.
are Yuki, Yuta, and Geto.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I kind of wonder like sorcerer daughter Momo, Yuki. Like does it cover the entire spectrum? You know what I mean? Or like is the com like is Nobara in the middle? Where
So
like what is sorcerer daughter
couple of
if we're like
things.
just
Yeah, yeah.
spinning the wheel?
Couple of things. One,
Mm-hmm.
counting Yuta is crazy. That motherfucker has two blessed fucking bloodlines crossing at the center there. But yeah, let's see. Hitting source. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
Momo at the far end, Yuki at the other far end, right?
Nobara somewhere in the middle, yeah, or Mei.
Nobara, Mei's a better middle ground. Yeah,
Yeah,
so make it Mei. Maybe it's not bad though. Maybe it's pretty strong. Like
yeah.
as like not
But
an
is
E
it like
killer.
what's the curve? What's the curve looking like for you? Like, are
What
you
you mean?
like is the most common sorcerer daughter somewhere in the middle, like where Mei is, or is she
The
like
most common is probably closer, a little bit closer to no, because grade ones are kind of rare, right? Like they're not
yeah,
really like you don't really see a bunch of grade ones. I think they're probably closer to like Shibuya Nobara, which is like you could probably show out in very unique circumstances, but like Haruta did what Haruta did, bro. Like she got
yeah,
chin checked.
that's fair.
I'd say with me
Um,
was the common ground. Yo, Mozane, bite your tongue, bro. Deadass. You know what?
she transcends the list.
I need an apology as your
Wait,
next shot.
where would you rank somebody like fuck, what's her name?
Do, do,
Utahime.
do, do. Where would I rank Udahime? Below Nobara,
Yeah,
probably.
because she has like a very specific kind of technique.
She just doesn't.
So
She just doesn't really like fight like that. I just don't
yeah,
think. I think she would. I think just based on the one's name to go Momo. I'll throw in Mai's probably weaker. Udahime,
Mai's probably weaker. Yeah,
Nobara, Mei, then Yuki. Udahime semi grade
yeah.
one though. Yeah, I don't really care. She's like semi
It's
grade
so
one off. Like she's semi grade one off utility, not
support.
necessarily combat
Yeah,
ability. You know what I mean? I feel like
like
those things are
like
different.
if you're Gojo, you're already like you know what I mean. Like the it's you like I guess like the
Where we throwing Shoko?
okay
If we're talking about overall utility, you could argue that Shoko is probably like a bit high, well,
special
higher than Yuki. Yuki don't do
like
shit, but like
uh
but in terms of like assuming a motivated Yuki, she'd probably just be just below her. I think.
yeah
Um,
I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
yeah, do your thing, big bro. Um, this guy. But yeah, no. In terms of like just overall utility, I'd say Shoko is definitely on the higher end. In terms of combat, she's probably like pretty bad, to be honest. Yeah, RCT output is strong against curses, but I feel like if Shoko was a real demon on the battlefield, I'm not gonna lie, like she would low key be out there. Um, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Okay. Let me see something real quick, chat room. But yeah, I can send you this document of Wheels of DMs if you want. Sure. Yes, go ahead. I see Shoko being like a better Kusakabe at her peak. A better Kusakabe? A better Kusakabe? A better Kusakabe? Hell no. Hell no. A better Well, based on what? Bro, look. Here's all the evidence I need, right? RCT output simple domain. You put those words together and don't even know if they make sense all the way. I'll say it like this. Shoko was like, damn, bro, I'm gonna have to call Gojo because if I fight like Teen Ghetto, I'll die. Kusakabe ain't dying to Teen Ghetto. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Read your mangas, guys. Read your manga. Like Shoko was like, haha, I'm not gonna fight him. I don't want to die. Kusakabe would have fucking Shinkageryu blitz his dumbass. You know what I mean? She not a. I could take Shoko. Me fucking too. Me too. Me too. Yo, chat. Um, damn, this is really gonna fuck up the recording. Yo, Chad, you think Shoko? Never mind. Let me not ask you all that. That's crazy. Off stream question. Shoko could take me. Anyways, yeah, I think the conclusion that we did come to though is that like Heavenly Restriction Sun is like low key the overall better build. Shoko will put you on your neck. I hope so. I really do. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but yeah, let's see. Hmm. I get hurt on purpose to be healed by Shoko. Type shit. Bye bye. Appreciate you, MC. Hmm. Okay. I'm always trying to come back to one that clip. Timestamps done for the most part. Good stuff, Demon. Good stuff. Oh, we're not talking about in a fight. Let me think here. Hmm. 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 Trying to think. Oh fuck. Uro would have been a good one. Uro would have been a good one. Uro would have been a good one to mention. Uro. I guess Rosie would technically be a good one to mention. I just don't like her all that much. Let me think here. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think of all like the prolific like women sorcerers in JJK. I'm thinking of like Mei Mei. I'm thinking of like Shoko. Udahime is pretty solid too. I'm thinking of like Uro for sure. Yeah, no, I'm really power scaling. Why don't you like Uro? I said I like Uro. I don't like Yorozu. Let me think here. Yeah, no, I'm just imagining how a battle between me and them would go, kind of like a Sendai like four-way battle here. Um, Yorozu was a really good pick to be fair, especially with mentality. Yeah, Uro's definitely not special grade, and Yorozu, we can't just be handing out special grade to anybody, gang. We can't just be handing out special grade to anyone. Yorozu violating Yuki IMO. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Let me let me stop this recording right here. Actually, well, I don't know. They can fight special grades, nigga. So can I. That doesn't mean I'm on the same level. Um, Uro got a means of damaging Gojo. Please lie to me. She does not. That is not how that shit works. That she is not touching Gojo. I gotta be honest with you. That shit is not working. That shit is not working. Uro isn't getting punched by Yuki. I'm not even necessarily saying like Uro might type advantage Yuki. Yuki losing to Yorozu. Have a better imagination than Yorozu challenge. Go. I don't know. Adding like all of the animal kingdom to my fucking repertoire instead of just bugs. Just like for starters. Um, this is technically cheating because she didn't have a lot of like common technology to replicate, but like, why not use a lot of like common technology to replicate that shit? But I don't know, whatever. Yuki scared to pop domain, let Uro cook. I'm saying Uro might type advantage Yuki. I think Yuki's stronger, but she might get type advantaged, right? Um, she might get type advantaged. Yorozu's getting fucking one shot, gangy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yorozu, listen, chat. All right, recording done.